The central thing that it did is it obliterated my certainty. It made me the shell of who I truly am. It like perfect as news about Wendy Williams. Well being spread, different hypotheses arose, including a case that she's being designated by industry elites for hurt. This hypothesis has purportedly found help from Kanye West, a hip-hop legend, who has supposedly voiced his perspective on the chance of Wendy Williams being wiped out by influential figures and media outlets. Kanye West has been causing a buzz by genuinely tending to a portion of the more puzzling events in Hollywood, causing swells all through the business. This has placed Hollywood nervous as it wrestles with the unfurling disclosures of strictly confidential mysteries. Normally, online clients are eager for more data, requiring a thorough and nitty-gritty record of the whole circumstance. They have some control over Shay. They had some control over Charles Barkley. They had some control over LeBron James. They have some control over Jay-Z's Abe. Once in a prominent tirade, the magnate Kanye West lifts the discussion to one more level by transparently tending to the internet-based hypotheses encompassing Hollywood forfeits. An exceptional clasp of his conversation has gotten broad notice. Shockingly, West goes above and beyond by conjuring his own mom, stressing his firm confidence in these supposed events inside the business. My mom was sacrificed. Me too. You see, definitely, I'm appreciate Michael Jordan. What might be said about him, his daddy, right? Kanye Wendy immovably remains by his thoughts with regards to this issue and doesn't keep down. Prior to offering these remarks, he clarified that he won't hesitate to reprimand any of Hollywood's transgressors or elites. Kanye's thoughts have ignited interest and worry as he brings up issues about the functions of Hollywood and its supposed practices. One individual remarked, "Ye kindly be cautious. They ha individuals who love the master and talk reality. They took my children from me until I battled for a straight year." Video and sound record each experience, regardless of how little that will be simply the main explanation that, and God, who is your sponsorship, that will bring them children home to you. We hear you, I realize. You're coming clean, continue to talk it. To lay it out plainly, Kanye accepts that Hollywood has command over specific people, and these individuals dread that their friends and family may be forfeited by the business. He even referenced his own mom's passing in 2007, proposing she was forfeited like the late dad of Michael Jordan and the departed children of Bill Cosby and Dr. Bill Cosby, his child, right? Dr. Dre, his child. Activities is about control. He accepts that the business's elites control individuals as well as subject them to mental torment to control damage they need to adapt and damage. And God love me, you comprehend, he went iterably further by uncovering probably the greatest names in the business who he guarantees are affected by sinister powers. Amazingly, one of these names was Pastor Louis Farrakhan, who protected Kanye in a video posted on a site. In spite of the guard, Kanye brought his name in with the general mash, adding to the alert and interest encompassing these divulgences. And only for clergyman Farrakhan, I love you, yet the manner in which you read that, I accepted that as a slight. You understand what I'm taking you about. I don't taking no discourtesy from no one, so how about we get on the telephone and we should work that out. And presently it seems to be Wendy Williams is the following objective. It has been uncovered that Wendy Williams has been determined to have essential moderate aphasia and frontotemporal dementia, as affirmed by her clinical consideration group. This determination was conveyed last year, and Wendy's healthcare experts recognize that these circumstances have presented significant and difficulties in her day-to-day existence. Generally said she needed to return to daytime TV. Yet she has a much greater test than anybody would have envisioned. We're discovering that the previous moderator has been determined to have a type of dementia regardless of confronting scientific provokes. Wendy Williams keeps on overseeing numerous parts of her life autonomously. Her clinical group features that she holds her brand name Funny Bone and is getting the vital consideration to help her general prosperity. Wendy herself offers thanks for the generosity and great wishes she has gotten during this troublesome period. Aphasia, as depicted by Mayo Facility, is a condition that denies you of the capacity to convey influencing, discourse composing, and language cognizance. It can happen unexpectedly after a stroke or head and innie or slowly because of conditions causing moderate harm since being determined to have aphasia and frontotemporal dementia. Wendy Williams has been working together with experts at Wild Cornell Medication. It's critical that FTD is a similar condition Bruce Willis was determined to have last year following an earlier conclusion of aphasia in 2022. Essential moderate aphasia and front-facing transient dementia. Wendy Williams has confronted a progression of well-being challenges including grave sickness, lymphedema, and battles with ESO. In April 2023, she looked for therapy fee, or what was alluded to as mental issues, and has since been set under the consideration of a court-delegated legitimate gatekeeper. Her sister Wanda Finney and niece Alex shared bits of knowledge in the current week's main story, with individuals noticing a positive change in Wendy's condition. Following her choice to look for therapy, she sounds truly perfect to hear my auntie currently, as far as exactly the way that unmistakable she is, exactly the way that zeroed in she is on the significant in a family. Billy and the truth concerning confronting and understanding where she's at, actually and intellectually, and sincerely. It is like a 180, said Alex. I don't have the foggiest idea what is working yet. I, in all actuality, do know that when she contacted me, it was an individual who is strikingly not the same as what we find in that narrative Wanda shared, alluding to where is Wendy Williams, with both Bruce Willis and Wendy Williams wrestling with a similar infection. It's justifiable for Bruce to communicate worries for her prosperity anyway. Wendy's well-being challenges have provoked her legitimate watchman to make a legitimate move against an Andy TV station's the parent organization of Lifetime. Sabrina Morrissey, who is as of now filling in as Williams' brief gatekeeper, has recorded a fixed claim against the organization as uncovered in court reports got by Page 6. Wendy Williams is being named as insane substance maltreatment crazy, and presently we have this moderate aphasia and fronto fleeting dementia. The particular subtleties of the fixed claim are undisclosed, yet it is obvious that Sabrina Morrissey, Wendy Williams' transitory watchman, is looking for an impermanent limiting request and a request to show cause for a directive. The purposes for this legitimate activity are muddled, yet the controlling request might actually be used to end the arrival of the Where is Wendy Williams two-section narrative, or any connected task. Remarkably, the court reports were documented not long before the Land's circulating of the narrative, which Wendy Williams had later delivered. The narrative was set to air on Saturday, and a consultation has been booked for the next week to decide if the archive ought to stay fixed. The planning of the narrative's discharge before the conference date raises the likelihood that an appointed authority could quickly make a decision on the claim in front of the planned gathering. Notwithstanding these lawful improvements, it has been uncovered by a family companion in